Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 6th episode of the WartimeGamer Soapbox Championship. Here we have our first user-suggested vehicle of a fire engine Stambecco, as we can see up here, suggested by this user right here. I don't think there's much to explain. It's a fire engine. It's nice 6x6. It weighs 3 tons, so we'll truly see if weight is everything. Without further ado, take out the fuel, take off the parking brake, and she begins to inch forwards. Might need a little bit of help to get going. Didn't like that. There we go. Gonna move in now. Very Soviet interior, even though this thing was Italian. But yeah, I don't know. Very basic, very primitive interior. Got your big lights. Let's take a 12 speed. Huh. Pretty interesting. Doesn't feel very fast. Now, I don't know if that's air brakes trying to come on, or if that is just this thing being really heavy. I'm about to get into the first hairpin. We are still in neutral, as much as this thing wants to stop. Not sure what to do about that. Doesn't seem like it wants to roll very well. You would have thought a heavy vehicle would be really quick on a downhill. It's got loads of weight behind it to push it. But it doesn't feel like it wants to go anywhere. It's just kind of rolling. We are picking up speed a little bit. It's a lot slower compared to some of the lighter vehicles we've had coming down this course. With fuel out, it weighs 2.9 tons. There we go, we're starting to build some speed now. Not sure how this thing's going to do though. It's got a very high centre of mass. Given the fact this thing is probably an off-road fire engine. Or was an off-road fire engine. Very high centre of mass for something we've got coming down this course. It's got ABS. That's kind of surprising for something of his age. Makes him around that hairpin with ease. But again, it doesn't really feel like it wants to go down the hill. It loses a lot of speed. It's kind of holding back on us. Well, we'll see how much it's holding back when we get to the speed tester. Find out whether this thing's holding back too much. We're building some alright speed, but vehicles normally are doing about 50, I think, by this point. Coming into the 60s, possibly even 70s. As we come down this part, this thing's barely doing 45. Could it all be aerodynamics? There's a very flat front. But then with the Volvo last episode, we would have thought that'd be slow compared with the aerodynamics. But this thing's a whole nother level of slow. So I'm not exactly sure what to expect from this thing. 2.9 tons of fire engine, and it doesn't really want to go downhill, which is surprising, to say the least. Vehicle's normally doing 70 around here, this thing's only doing 54. Cut the course a little bit. Oh. Well, yes. This is where the Stambecco lies. I was not expecting to hit that inside corner. I thought the big suspension, it might be able to maintain a bit more speed. But she's not done all that well. So, with that, I will see you again very shortly with the next vehicle, I guess. Not much more to say. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our second vehicle of this episode, an SBR4 track car, specifically the sequential version. Now, same as everything else, we're going to take the traction control off, we're going to come over here, we're going to take the fuel out, and without further ado, we're going to give it a little bit of persuasion to get rolling, because this, like many vehicles, doesn't seem to like to move when in neutral. Now, I'm expecting good things from these lovely slick tyres that are on this thing, and the fact it weighs 1.4 tons. I'm expecting good things. Hopefully some high cornering speeds, along with the low centre of mass, should help that. Slick tyres, low centre of mass, this thing should be great at something like this. Doing a hairpin at 30, not even struggling. Nice smooth inputs. Keep this thing with as much speed as we can get. It's already doing better than the Stambecco in terms of speed down here. Stambecco's doing what, 30 I think? This thing's up to 50. Nice aerodynamic profile as well. 60s. 65. Do some brakes. Do the hairpin again at 30. Why has this thing got a clutch if it's sequential? Interesting. Anyways, we're already up to 60 coming down here. Holding our line nicely. Approaching 70, there it is. 75. This might be the first vehicle to break 80 coming down here. There we go, 80. 83. 85. Get the ABS on. Do 50 around here. Let's not hit the rock the Stambecco hit. There you go. Keep speed up nicely. Still doing about 50. Have to slow it down a little bit for this hairpin. Oh, that was not good. I think we buckled the car a little bit. Tried carrying too much speed, went too wide. That front right is a little buckled now. Got to keep some constant steering angle on. Try and counteract it, wanting to turn left now. I think this car might not make it over the speed tester now because of that. Gonna have too much rolling resistance. That wheel really wants us going to the side. This is going to be a poor episode so far for vehicles. I crashed a Stambecco. I crashed an SBR. This is going to be one expensive episode. But this, I think, is about as far as the SBR4 is going to get. All because I crashed that front wheel. Tried carrying too much speed. I mean, it is still going. Very slowly. It's going to keep inching its way along. Till it comes to a stop. Soon. Ish. Maybe. Just going to keep rolling. Just going to keep rolling. Still going. We're still going. We stop now? Yeah, there you go. 2.2 miles for the SBR4. All because of this. There's complete driver error. This thing could have got way further. But rules are rules. Every vehicle gets one run, no matter what. Whether it's me crashing it, or whether, for example, referencing the errata from a couple episodes, whether whatever happens to it. I don't even know what happened to that thing. Just didn't want to move. But rules are rules. So I will see you with our third and final vehicle of the episode. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our third and final vehicle of the episode. Many of you will know what this is. I have had to change the roof to be YouTube approved because that flag was here. I'm not interested in dealing with strikes on the channel already. So we've changed it for a nice vinyl roof. Lovely sounding V8. But I think we shall not waste any more time. So without further ado, once again, removing the fuel, taking the parking brake off. We're going to have to give it a little bit of assistance, I think. And away we go. A 1.7 ton Dodge Charger. This is a lovely looking car. Specifically, I picked the version from the 2005 remake of the film. Now, many of you may not be popular with that film, many of you may prefer the older films, but personally, it's one of my favourites. Well, it is my favourite of the Dukes of Hazzard films. Although the TV show was very good for its time. I have high expectations for this car, I want to say. But expectations have been let down many times before on this series, so who knows where this car will end up. I think it's running groove type. Yeah, it is running grooves. It's not like someone's made a weird config for this thing and it's running slicks. Now, I'm not expecting ABS, so we're going to be very careful on the brakes. Going to be very slow through your corners. Very heavy front end, apparently. I mean, I'm not surprised. It's a big block V8. 400 horsepower if it had fuel in it. Now, I'm thinking of starting a hill climb challenge on this very same map once this series is over. So please, people, let me know down below whether you'd be interested in seeing that, or whether you'd rather I found another series to make on BeamNG, or on another game entirely. I've had suggestions for going back to Transport Fever 2, I've had suggestions for a game called City Bus Manager, and I already have ideas for that, so please let me know down below what you'd like to see once this series is finished, or as a smaller series running side by side with this on a Wednesday. I think would be when I'd be able to post those. These come out every Sunday. And I've gone way too hot into that corner. See if we can find the road again. It still has drive. It still has some speed. Bam. No, it doesn't. Well, that's not gone well. It's a very Dukes of Hazzard style crash, though. So, I guess it's fitting for us to end the episode here with a Dodge Charger on its roof. Wouldn't be very comfortable in here, although we do have a padded roll cage, so maybe it would be. Anyways, leaderboard will be coming up shortly. But as always, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please leave a like. Subscribe if you want to see the rest of the series as we progress through the list of vehicles that I have here, and all of these mods, or vanilla vehicles, whatever you guys would like to see next. But for now, thank you all for watching, and adios.
She moves like a map with no borders.